This is a hello to you, by the way.
Yeah, let me just get it.
Yeah, he's going to go get a triangle. This is happening now. I always like artists who are quite spontaneous, and Darren is definitely not letting us down in that regard. Any moment now, he'll be back with a triangle, and he'll be playing some kind of a ritual. We hope. And yeah, he's brought more stuff as well. Wow, that's even more intense up close. Can you get? Can you get? No, no, no. You.
This is Leg Puppy. Your profile is good.
Can you like shove that rabbit right in the camera's face? Because it's just so fucking scary. Jesus, you
Your
scary.
profile is good. You Leg Puppy Thinker. Out now on all the formats. Fire emoji. Your profile is good.
Can I ask you the question with the rabbit face on? No, he's there. He's still down. All right. So before you go full Donnie Darko, here's some questions. Talk us through your use of the fire emoji. Are you attempting to hijack its significance in relation to the Leg Puppy brand?
Very good question. Yes and no. Imagine if every time someone searched a fire emoji, Leg Puppy came up, which is kind of cool, all right?
Very cool. I think that idea could work.
I think that idea could work, but there's always been an element of that in my design mode where I just think, oh, I wonder if, do you know what I mean? But it's when you search Leg Puppy with leg space puppy, you just get loads of videos of dog legs, broken dog legs. But if you search leg no space puppy, you get all our stuff, which is really stupid because we are leg space puppy. So if you're like, say, if a really big label was like, these guys are incredible, I've got to go and find out, what their presence online is. Leg space puppy. Oh, yeah, there seems to be much here. Oh, okay, when it should be leg no space. No, whatever. I'm confusing myself.
I'd love for you guys. I'd love for you guys to have the ability to essentially hijack something which people are familiar with and use on a regular basis, because you guys deserve like the favorable algorithms, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I did try it with Selfie Stick, which is one of our most viewed videos. That would be amazing if hashtag your profile is dope would be incredible. So you know what I mean? Whenever someone puts that spam bot comment on someone's profile, it links to Leg Puppy's your profile is dope track. That would be incredible. But I don't understand the way these algorithms work. It would be kind of cool to know how it works. But these are very clever spam bots, aren't they? Who are sitting in.
I guess so. Image aside, I want to know, because we spoke about this a little bit earlier. Do you reckon the music of your profile is dope is a good indication of what's happening in your next release, your album that's coming out in, I want to say June, July?
Not release date yet. Probably July. Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah. The last two albums were both electronic, very minimal guitars. There was a guide to social distancing and a guide to social remixing. They were both electronic. So yeah, the new album there's only one guitar in it, so it's very dancey and atmospheric and trippy and weird and stuff.
Okay. I've actually got one more question for you, but I want to ask another question before then, because it's just filtered in there. I think you could definitely have something to say on it. Obviously, we've had news about this new bill in terms of how we can congregate in places. Did you, like myself, because you're around a similar age, did you think about the early 90s and what was going on there? How, say, the Prodigy were like very outspoken about what they felt about a very similar government proposal.
There was a Scottish film that was on a couple of years ago. I forgot what it was called. It was brilliant. It was about these two guys who lived on a estate in Glasgow somewhere, and at the weekends it was an escape. They go raving, and so it talks about that. You talk about the criminal justice bill.
Yeah.
So they go to this rave and they're having the best time ever. They're with all their friends. Okay, people are taking drugs, right? But people drink, and it's just immense. Everyone's having fun, and then the police turn up and they raid it. They don't just raid it; they kick the fuck out of everyone. and you probably remember those times as well, because like I said, we're similar age. But the way it was portrayed in the media, you know, rave demons, caused chaos in small village. Not really, there's 30 people there. They were chatting to the locals. It was all fine because that's what the media do.
Yeah.
They blow everything up to turn against something, and anything that is fun like that will always be blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go down this route because it's too political and I'm just bored of it. But I am sure you are. We're going in really worrying times, aren't we?
Yeah, this is true.
For this,
We'll backward step away from the political tunnel.
Yeah.
And ask you a final question. Do you have any? Well, this is kind of social political, but do you have any anxiety about coming out of lockdown? And do you think you're right about it?
No, I'm fine.
Wow.
Will
Okay.
I write about it? No, I will leave it to other people to write about it because I want to escape that and create my own little world. I've actually written 3 albums in that whole time, and none of it was about that because other people will do that, and they will do it with better knowledge than me. They will have a more political edge than me. So I wanted to just do, Your Profile is Dope is kind of not a joke track, but it's my little crazy little dark world.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to remain.
Oh, that's quite humble of you because I saw Nuha Ruyua. She wrote. Well, she didn't write it. She was saying it to the camera. She was talking about how she had anxiety about coming out of lockdown, and just allusions to the idea that essentially the people that you have been dealing with through Zoom or what have you, you haven't actually been in the physical space with them, let alone the people that you haven't actually have that parasocial relationship with. And just being around them again might be a cause for anxiety. And when she posted that, I thought, yeah, I haven't really been able to articulate this, but that's a concern that I had. So even if you don't write about it, I just thought it might be something you might be aware of or keen to discuss.
To be honest, I haven't really thought about it because it's kind of weird because, again, I was chatting to my friend this morning and we've become really good friends over this last year. I've only known her for just over a year, but every day we send her voice messages and we just connect. And we both just said that I'm more than happy in my own space anyway. And so is she. And we just said over this last year, it's like we get to a bit of a habit of just thinking, I'm fine with my own space.
Yeah.
So you don't yet. Obviously, gigs and stuff are going to happen, and I can't wait to go out there and meet people. The main thing I want to do is go to a restaurant. That's what I miss the most. But I'm not really worried because it's too much scaremongering going on. So I've always, really be careful what I say here. I've always been a little bit on the fence with it all. Yeah, there's some bad shit happening, but there's been a lot of scaremongering. So I think you just have to get on with it and just deal with it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Live in caution, don't live in fear. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're really decisive about it. I'm starting to definitely think about the anxiety issue and just dealing with people that you haven't really seen in a long time. And because there's a whole kind of, I think there's an article about it as well. There's a whole kind of unspoken verbal agreement that even if you don't necessarily hang out with these people outside of the context of gigs, there's still people that you have a certain connection with.
Yeah.
Because you weren't going to those gigs, you had less chance of actually going out of your way to see how they are, let alone them doing the same thing for you. But it doesn't devalue your relationship with them. It just means that the context hasn't been there, But anyway, we haven't actually gathered to talk about my anxiety. What we really want to know is, when is your record out? It's out now, but where can we get it?
Everywhere. The brilliant videos on YouTube. It's on Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Amazon. Did I say Bandcamp?
You did say that, yeah.
Spotify. Everywhere. Even the ones I've never even heard of. It's probably on there.
Okay. Should I be worried? Am I gonna like wake up and find that I don't know my bank card's gone or I'm wearing different clothes?
Oh, you
Like,
might wake
what
up
have
and
you
I'll
really
just
been
be
doing?
standing
What
on
kind
top
of
of the
hypnotic suggestions have you been
The
sending?
lights were off, you can see it flashing. It does flash.
Yeah, I noticed the switch. I mean, maybe turn off the light, then you might get more of an effect.
I know.
So, because you were saying, weren't you? We were talking about killing off the clown. Because I think, you know, this is my Ziggy moment. I've not been using it for any of my promo recently because I just think, yeah, you know, we're coming into a new period now. The show's going to be different. The clown's got to go.
Okay.
Simon's still involved, but Simon's got a new character. But we will reveal that at a gig.
Are you going to kill the clown on stage? Because I mean, that's essentially what you've got to do for people to really believe. It's like, look, and then you find some kind of bin and make sure it's not a fire hazard, but you got to torch the fucking clown. It's your Jimi Hendrix at Monterey concert.
Well, exactly. Well, our next show is at the Bird's Nest in August.
Okay.
Simon can't make it because it's his bloody birthday. So we were going to do it then because I love that. It's a great little venue. But yeah, we will have a proper ritual and we will kill the clown. But each new character is probably more sinister.
Mate, you know what you could do? You could basically like destroy the clown at every gig, so it's not really gone. It's
No, exactly. That's what we're saying. But
it's like killing Kenny. You find different ways to kill him.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Scooby Doo, right? Basically, the idea is Simon is a schizophrenic performer, right? So he's going to be 3 characters: the clown, probably the bunny, and the other one. So he will kill the clown, but the clown will come back. But is it in your nightmares? Is it in his nightmares? Is it a parallel universe? Who knows? See, you can play with it so much.
This is intriguing because like my woke alarm went off. I was thinking, how do we're always presenting the idea of mental illness as either something that will in some way hurt you or is in some way like a negative. Obviously, like mental illness isn't a positive, but within the framing of what you're talking about, it's not necessarily something that is, I don't know, maybe we could treat the subject better. I think we could.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's definitely something to develop. You know, it doesn't have to be schizophrenic. It can just be 3 different characters. Just basic. Just have some bloody fun.
You know what your eye said then? Your eye said, look, John, take the woke alarm out of your head.
Exactly, yeah.
Throw it into it.
Hey man, let's just have some bloody fun. Let's not get too deep. Let's just, you know, you get one life.
I can't get that deep. You've got a rabbit on your face.
I know.
What are you expecting from me? Okay, this has been great. I hope you stay safe, and I hope that you
too,
don't.
Man. I very much look forward to seeing you soon.
Indeed.
Your profile is done. Out now. Fire emoji. I am Leg Puppy. You have been John Clear. Over and out.
I really want to get a string to hold that so you can actually get the beneficial sound of the time. That's why it's not working.
I know. But this might be part of our gigs, I think.
I'm sure that will be a great part of it. I'm going to say goodbye for now. You rock. May the rabbit be with you.